About 3 lakh units are hit by execution delays in the NCR or National Capital Region. More than 2.5 lakh homes are running behind schedule in different parts of Mumbai region. Now, project delays by developers have become quite an epidemic, with delays averaging from 21 months to 40 months nationally. The big question every buyer is asking is, what is my cost of project delay? How much do I stand to lose if my developer doesn't deliver on time and I'm not able to sell it on possession? To answer all these questions, we are joined by Manish Shah, CEO and founder of BigDecisions.com. They've developed a unique tool which helps you calculate the exact cost of possession delay. Manish, thanks very much for joining us today. What made you calculate or work on this tool?
Yeah, essentially it comes from our users, having seen them closely over the last couple of years, face a big challenge in their ability to evaluate a project, to make sense of all the headline news and apply it to their own purchase decisions, which is essentially around, should I or should I not buy a particular property, and if I will, what kind of returns can I expect?
Okay.
So that's where the idea of this tool was born. And we've combined a fair amount of data and a fair amount of rigor that's gone into throwing all the various pieces that go into making this tool.
All right.
We can jump right into how this tool helps users.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into it. So let's take MMR, Mumbai region, as because we are on the West edition of the show. Tell me, I mean, if I were to buy a property of 1 crore and it was delayed by a year, I'm giving you a scenario, delayed by a year, I'm unable to sell it on possession and have to take some time to sell it, maybe 6 months to a year. What happens? I mean, are my returns looking good, not so good?
Right. So what it allows you to do is to enter a few basic details about what it costs, the loan, the loan amount, loan cost, what tranches you'd pay it in. And once you sort of input the 3 different screens that sort of takes the basic details of the property, what it allows you to do is it allows you to work through and play around with the different scenarios which, frankly, no one can predict for you. So for instance, having keyed in a few basic details of your payment tranches, the amount you'd pay yourself, the amount of loan you take, it allows you to move quickly onto, you key in a few more details, it allows you to move quickly onto the three scenarios that you as a buyer, as an investor are most interested in. It allows you to look at your returns at different appreciation rates. In this case, let's assume you make a 10% return, the property appreciates between today and over the next 3 years for 10%. It shows you the returns in the different scenarios, and it allows you to factor in the cost of delay. And if you look, you look at what happens when you get the property on time versus what happens if it's delayed by a 6, 12, 18, 24-month period. And what you will see is you could shave off 2% on an annualized basis on your net returns if the developer takes an additional 12 months to give you the property. So it's all very nice to, it's a good idea to get an absolute sense of the money that you made, but I'm guessing for most of us, myself as a user, would hugely benefit by knowing exactly what the price of a delay in my possession date is.
All right, fair enough. So literally this is a tool which empowers you to say that, hey, should I put, especially for investors, end users, I guess they will just continue to wait for the home that they want to move into. But within my portfolio, this is a perfect tool, isn't it, Manish, to say, what are mutual funds going to give me vis-a-vis what will this real estate give me? Do you think that this could work for that big decision?
Absolutely. I think it just brings the playing field into allowing you to compare apples to apples. And not just end users, it allows real estate professionals to help the buyer get a good sense of risk reward. If I'm going to factor in a delay, I should just get a better discount from the developer, and I've protected myself against possible delay.
Interesting. Manisha, thank you very much for joining us today. This is really an exciting, empowering tool for a real estate buyer and, of course, all professionals. Maybe a great tool. I mean, we know the history of the likes of JP and BPTP, Unitech in the NCR region. I mean, people have still not got their houses 4 years, 5 years, 6 years later. And literally, I mean, this tool could actually empower you to file your your consumer case, your case in a consumer court, and show a arbitrator there in terms of what your losses have been. I think it's an extremely powerful tool even for those who are working or fighting for justice to get their homes back.